Whatever. All right. Are we ready?
Yeah. All right.
Pickety Third. Welcome to the Pickety Third podcast, everybody.
Okay. Welcome back to the Pickety Third podcast.
Oh my God.
That's the second time I've done that now.
Gosh.
This is the Green Room podcast. Welcome back. This is episode 16 here at the lovely Franklin Theater.
Think we'd make it that far?
No. I'm your co-host, Massimo Stefano. To my right, I got...
Yet again, week 16. I'm not Massimo yet. I'm still
just
me,
insane.
Brendan Ayton. Shout out.
The difference is just... Wow.
It's human. That's what it is.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, today we have a very special, important guest. Probably
Very
our most
special.
important guest
I would say so.
of the season.
I would, yeah.
Okay, I'll take it.
And we won't tell Chad that.
We
love
love
you, Chad.
Chad.
We love
Chad
Chad.
is the most important.
We love
one.
Chad.
Absolutely.
She is our friend, our boss,
Fearless leader.
the
Our
fearless leader, Shea,
Best nickname I've ever had.
the technical director of the Franklin Theater. Everyone, please welcome Shea McKissack.
Thank you so much. It's McKissack.
I was
appreciate
just about
you.
to do that. You did it with Leland, too.
I'm not gonna lie. I was falling asleep last night, and in my brain, it's like McKissack.
McKissack.
You got two in your head about it.
McKissack. I
Mac
did.
You got two in your head.
Isaacs.
The McIsaacs. I can't do an Irish accent, but the McIsaacs.
It's
You don't
okay.
know that?
Yeah, I'll
You got
keep
the
it
first name right.
Yeah,
That's
you
all
don't.
that
You don't know the
matters.
whole thing.
Shay.
Yeah.
How you doing, Shay?
I'm doing good. How are you guys?
Good. I'm still working on
Hanging
my
in
first
there.
cup of coffee, which is
Yes,
haven't
very
had
evident.
well, I'm not
yet.
going to get up now because we're going. So, but
Yeah. How are you? You doing good? Yeah.
Doing good.
yeah.
How are you guys?
What?
I'm sorry. I'm
To
tired.
that early
Knocks
morning
the guitar.
stretch, but it's
Yeah.
12.
If you notice, sorry, but there's some wood paneling on the wall. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know how last week or 13 we talked about the AC being broken?
Yeah, that's what that is.
We are
Shout
under
out.
renovations
Yes.
right now. This
That's
is
right.
a temporary AC unit that will not be here permanently. We are
Yes.
just waiting
Thank
for
God.
Good
the air
homes need work.
conditioning to
The
all
tubage
get
in
here.
this building is a bit much.
The
It's much.
tubage?
Tubage.
I was
It's
saying
a tube.
I was saying
Tubage.
this earlier. Wouldn't it make
line.
more sense instead of one giant tube if it was multiple tubes at different lengths, and then you just drop the tubes at different lengths where you need them, but then you can bundle them and send them along the wall?
I just don't know why it's so big.
That's what she said. I'll take it out.
Oh my
I
God.
don't care.
I was waiting for it.
No,
The
I
only
set
reason-
you up. I set you
Because
up.
we
Yeah.
need a unit this large to actually cool
It is
the
kinda crazy.
entire
But
building.
it's not even the whole building.
It's the upstairs. I mean,
Most
The
of
unit that is
upstairs.
outside
most of
is
the upstairs.
It's
crazy.
It's two.
I wonder how
things.
much it
There's
weighs.
the freaking generator,
I don't know.
and then the actual thing, like for the gas.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
It's
Taking
a
up a
lot.
parking space.
Yeah.
Two, almost.
Well, that's not a park. Well, I mean, people park there, but
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyway,
we need to
we're
stop
here.
talking about the AC.
anyway.
So how long? I know we've only been working techs for about a year-ish, but how long have you actually been working here?
I've been here since last April.
Yeah, I remember when
So-
she got
Like-
hired.
Like
was-
a year and a half.
I was there
Yeah.
the
Hell
day.
yeah.
I remember meeting you. You know what's
I
really funny?
met you. It was your last shift.
Yeah, because I stopped working as shift leader, and that was my last shift leader shift. And then I literally remember meeting you. I was like, I'm never going to see this person again.
That's what you said. You're like, well, hi, but this is pretty pointless.
Literally.
You said
I
that?
didn't say pointless. Shh.
Massimo.
It was-
I didn't say pointless.
It was very, yes.
I did not.
I'm pretty sure you did.
I didn't.
Okay, that's
Okay.
fine.
Anyway, well, that's cool. I want to know first, because we're gonna do the whole the Kuhnke battle of like the starting and all that. But let's start now and work backwards.
Okay.
How have the last couple of months been at the Franklin Theater?
They've been good. They have been wild and hectic, and with the air conditioning being not functioning, it's also not working in our projector room, our amp room, and our dimmer room. So
Yep.
we are having some technical issues just pop
Yep.
up that we're tackling as soon as they
And
come.
that's the job.
That's right.
That
well,
is
it's
the
a
job.
very old building, too. So
It
that
is.
just makes it
Yeah.
extra.
We have had some
You know.
sweet events though. Like
We have.
it has been fun. They all in
Mhm.
the past. We can talk about them all now. But like
Yeah.
the Vince Gill fundraiser was awesome.
That was awesome.
Shout out. We
Mhm.
just had one of the greatest voices I think I've ever heard here, the Katie Bowick show, the Joni Mitchell show. I don't think you were here for the actual show.
I popped at the end. But
She didn't hit a single wrong note.
Oh my
I know,
gosh.
you guys talk about it after. Like, it was the best thing since sliced
amazing.
bread.
It was amazing. So,
yeah.
Yeah, it was the best thing since sliced bread.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, better than Steve Perry.
You heard it. Okay.
Those are
Thoughts?
fighting
Not
words.
today, Brendan. Not today. I didn't hear her sing, so I can't.
We keep teasing that we're gonna have an episode about Steve Perry and like
Slash and
and
or
and we just
whoever.
never do. Maybe we will eventually. End
I
of the
don't
season.
know if
Maybe
you
the last
could condense
episode.
it to an hour.
Huh?
I
That's
don't
a
know
good
if
point.
you could condense your knowledge.
Yeah, let's just get
To
right
an
into
hour.
it with Shea. Maybe let's just do a little bit of 5 minutes right here. Shea, let's talk about what is your experience with Massimo's love for Steve Perry, Michael McDonald, Journey, et cetera, et cetera, et
I've
cetera.
never
don't-
seen anything like it.
Why are we going anywhere?
Because it's a good conversation. Let's just do it.
With Shay?
Yeah. I mean, if there's anybody that knows about it in your life other than your family, it's the two of us. It's for being honest.
The one
Well,
thing I
there's
know
okay.
is I can ask Massimo a year. Like, just tell
That's
me
true.
a year of anything that happened with Journey, Steve Perry.
I can.
He
Do you
will
want to
know.
do it live on the spot? Let's throw him a year.
Hit me
Throw him a year.
Honestly, actually, it's okay. I will do that. But another game someone played was they just showed me a picture of Steve Perry, and I could tell what year the picture was taken.
Oh my god.
Wild.
Are you serious?
I'm not even kidding. I forget who that was with. It was fun. They showed me like 3 different pictures. I was like,
Wow.
86, 83. 80.
Find what happened in 87.
Not much. So that was the last year of the Raised on Radio tour. And actually, that was kind of when Journey broke up because they were already a trio. It was just Jonathan
Oh.
Cain, Neil Sean, and Steve Perry. So it was the end of the Raised on Radio tour. I think Steve Perry's mom had either passed or was
Sorry, I'm
very
falling asleep
sick.
over here.
He
You
was super
started this.
burnout.
I know.
He was doing Journey and on the road for almost 10 years. And actually, side note, he's not chronologically, he's been with Journey for a long time, but Arnold Pineda, our current singer, has been with them longer and more consecutively, which is crazy.
Okay.
So Raised on Radio and the tour ended, I think, in February, March, probably
you.
February of 87. And then that's kind of it for the rest of the year. And the next time Steve would sing under the name Journey, the one and final time he would sing would be in 91 at the Graham Parson tribute. And it was just a trio. I think it was
Nice.
Graham Parson. Graham something.
You've shown me that video like 4 times.
I have, because they did lights and they did something.
I don't
else.
know why I wanted to do this bit. I regret it all completely.
Yes.
Anyway,
I don't. Now I'm on it. Do another year.
Oh, gosh.
let's move away from that. What do you think your favorite show you've worked has been here at the theater?
At
your
the
favorite
theater?
one, yeah. And I don't mean favorite as in like the music was your favorite. The experience of
Just
the show
whole
as a
bit,
whole.
The whole night. What?
yeah.
The people, the music, everything.
Goodness.
It is
What
kind of
was-
tough.
I know.
Because a lot of shows are good and fun for different reasons, so it's hard
That's
to like
true.
pick one.
Okay,
you
just
know what I
pick
mean?
one.
Yeah, I mean, hey, through this job, I've been able to meet Tim McGraw, Keith Urban.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's been a wild spectrum, I guess, of people.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's so difficult for me to choose one favorite just because there are different elements of it. There are some bands that
Name a couple.
really
Throw a
enjoyed.
couple. Throw a couple.
I will say the
Oh,
Newfound
yeah.
Glory show. We talk.
That was
Brian,
amazing.
We talk about that a lot.
Newfound Glory
Also,
was
The
amazing.
amount of other people that were at that show was
Mhm.
awesome. It was a great show. It was a fun time, and just like the working it and the camaraderie of like the crew guys were all cool. Like every one of those guys was cool,
Yep.
and just like talking to them and
Shout out
shooting it
Chad.
with them. Yeah, it was
Yep.
fun. Yeah,
That was a good fun.
yeah. I don't know. What about you, Massimo?
Me, someone dropped something out there.
Hello.
Ding. I don't know. There's a few because I've either known the people or known of the people. Like they're like,
Newsboys.
no, I mean they were good, but they weren't like my favorite.
You heard
What
it
was
here
your
first.
favorite?
Massimo hates Newsboys.
No. One of the most memorable ones was when I was working staff. It wasn't even tech. Was the Bacon Brothers were here? It was one of my first shows.
They're coming
I
back.
was gonna say
I know,
on sale
They're
now.
coming
now.
back.
Come back in October, and I'm not here for it,
I thought it was September.
which is just upsetting
It is.
because I'm out of town in somewhere.
Do you want me to get you a shirt?
Yes.
If you Venmo me,
please, but you know they always have like 3 designs. Don't give me the crappy design.
I'll send you a
the good.
picture.
Oh, good.
because you know they set them up before the show. I'll send you a picture before the show starts. By the end of the show, tell me which one you
Funny
want.
story about that. I was behind concessions, and I was like, okay, if the shirt's $20,
I just
I'll go get a
thought,
shirt.
I wonder if it's when I'm
Are you
in St.
interrupting
Louis.
my story?
Oh no.
I hope I'm not in St.
What
Louis.
if you're
Oh, at the
both
same
out
time?
of town? Oh God.
We'll talk scheduling later.
Yeah, Shay'll take some pictures. Yeah.
No, but I was behind concessions, and I was like, okay, if the shirt's $20, I'll be doing, like, or under. And I go up the sign and said 25. I was like, you know what? Done. And the lady took my credit card. She said, that'll be $30. I was like, wait a minute. But she
I
had it in
got
my
roped
hand.
into this.
Yeah.
So I
You
think,
waited
I
too
think
long.
I've worn it on the show before, my Bacon Brothers shirt.
Yeah, you have.
But
yeah.
okay, if you send me pictures, I will Venmo you back for
Okay.
the shirt. Anyway, that was a good one.
Yeah, that was a good one.
And then Larry Carlton was also one of my first ones. I worked here, and he was just back here a few 2 months ago, and that was
Not
with
even.
Keith Carlock on drums,
Yep.
and it was also insane. It was the first time I've seen him in a while because
That
I've
was
seen
a
him once
really
or
good
twice
show.
before. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's a few mine. Brendan, how about you?
I already said Newfound Glory. Jeff
Say another one.
Coffin,
Oh yeah,
Jeff
that
Corey
Coffin.
Wong.
was
That
a
one was
rental
wild.
or something.
That was FT
What
Live.
was
That
that?
was an FT Live.
Because it was the Africa Nashville event.
Yep.
That was put on. I think it might have even been at CoPro, maybe. I don't know.
From my knowledge, it was FT Live.
Yeah.
Okay, so
It was
we're
a
gonna
great
get them
show.
back. Is what? is
Yeah,
what you're
that'd
saying.
be awesome.
That
Bring
lineup.
Dave.
That lineup.
Jeff, bring Dave next time. Bring Dave Matthews next time, please.
So the lineup was Jeff Coffin, Victor Wooten, Nate Smith on drums, and Corey Wong playing guitar.
Yep.
Like what?
That's-
Question. I'm going to sit the same way I was. Question. This is my new
You're
pose, by the way.
modeling.
This is my new favorite pose, I think, is going to be arm up on this. I really am digging this. Anyway, favorite part of the job.
Oh my God.
Favorite part of the job, but not like I don't want the cookie cutter answer. What's like the in your heart answer? Favorite part of the job.
Yeah, I have two like definitive answers, and the first one is just going to be the engineers that we meet and that we get to work with, and just all the connections that just this theater has opened up in that sense has been pretty awesome. And then the other is just the musical acts themselves.
Yep.
We get some pretty A-list stars in here,
exactly.
and we get to see some really cool shows, and I'm all about that. That's my favorite part
Totally.
about this job.
It's sweet.
Like the Source 1-5 show that was just that was pretty cool. The musicians.
I
for
mean,
that
the
were pretty
drummer was
great.
like pretty
He was-
great.
It was pretty great. Yeah. You okay, Brendan?
That was the worst plug I've ever heard in my life.
I thought it was pretty great. Follow Source 1-5.
It was a good show. You played good.
Thank you.
You
You're
did.
welcome. What did you expect
And the
me to
drums
say?
did sound great.
I don't know. I'm used to the. Who is that guy? You know.
I mean, I'm currently mixing your drums too, and those also sound good.
You are for what? Oh yeah.
The album that I've been mixing for like
For the past
months.
6
I totally-
months?
yeah, the one we've been working on for like over a year
Remember, you know how like things usually stay in your brain? Yeah, gone until just
It's been
this
over
very
a year.
moment. I started with her in June.
now.
of last year. So
It's all right.
anyway,
Yeah.
anyway, parking out here. Am I right?
What's
you
your
park
favorite
right here?
thing?
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
Parking out here, am I right? What was that? Anyway,
It's just to talk about the theater. I don't know.
what
What's
is
your favorite
part?
thing?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You
I
don't
always
know?
say I don't know first, and then I think about it as I'm saying. I don't know. Let me think. I don't know.
Bum, 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 bum.
You should play it on the guitar.
Okay. Give me a quarter inch. No, I'm just kidding. I won't.
There's no quarter inches in here.
There are.
That's not
There
the
are?
truth.
There
Open
are.
that drawer right now. You'll find a quarter. Actually, you'll find a yellow one and a black one.
No,
The other one's downstairs.
Oh. I was using it earlier.
Just in case you'll need it later. Anyway, I think the thing that's kept me here, it's just been like the people that work here. There's a lot of people have come in and left, but you know the type of people that we get to work here, I think, or at least the ones that stay for longevity, are like they just get it. Because I think there's a certain point when I was working here, I was like, oh, and it's just something just clicks for you in the job, and it's like, yeah, I get it now, and then and like you're all in for the job, you know. So it's that kind of community that you find, and I'm not going to say we're a family because I hate when people say that about workplaces. I mean, it could apply, but like it just sounds so cliche that I don't want to say it. So it's along those lines, I'll say.
Yeah.
What about you, Brandon?
I'm gonna give one good answer and then one funny real answer. The funny real answer is going out to dinner with the crews. The crew dinners are so much fun.
They are a lot of fun.
Especially when it's Pueblo.
Yep.
Especially when it's Pueblo.
Pueblo Real, you should sponsor us.
Shout out Pueblo
We
Real
will-
and
Tito's
Tito's.
and Tito's.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Please.
But I actually, it sounds crazy, but I love load in. I
Load
love
in?
the madness of the load in, and when things. I obviously in the moment, I if something goes wrong, I'm like, oh.
So you hate
But
it when it's just
in my
one
heart,
guy, though.
I love dealing with it. I love the problem solving, and when stuff isn't working, you're like, oh my god, and then just running around and fixing it. Like I love that.
So do you hate it when it's just like one guy with like a guitar?
I mean, I don't hate it because it's easy, and it's like, all right, well, this is I don't have to
It's
worry.
not as fun.
But it's not as at least when you're just stage handing and patch handing, it's not as relieving.
Patch
if
tech.
you're doing front of house,
Patch tech.
handing?
that's what I said. Patch handing,
Patch tech.
patch tech, whatever.
Is patch handing actually a term?
No.
No, I think I just
It is a
combine
patch
it with
tech.
stage handing.
Yeah, I'm a patch hand at the Franklin Theater. I've never.
whatever.
It's fine. I got you.
You get what I'm saying.
I got
No,
you.
I
Yeah.
don't.
You want me to explain it to you?
Patching.
When you're patching the stage,
Patching.
if that's what you're there to do, or you're being a stage hand.
I'm just looking at the recording.
Well-
Patching. Sorry. I know what it means. Keep going.
It's not. It's just. It doesn't. I don't feel the relief the way that I do when there's a Midas in-ear rig that comes in that doesn't work, and then we have to run 850-foot XLRs all around the stage in like 10 minutes. It's a good time.
Yeah, we don't need to say what show that was, but that is the only show
You weren't there.
I have ever seen
that.
you frustrated.
It's the only time that I've
You
ever been
weren't
truly
there. I was
frustrated.
there.
Truly frustrated.
You weren't there. It was
You
me,
were not.
Shay,
Matt.
Wait, was it the other
and
night?
and yeah.
Richard.
Yeah.
Yep.
Was it the night after me?
No.
This was like a
It
month
was
ago.
like a month ago.
I was there when it happened.
No.
Yeah.
No, you weren't.
I don't want to say it and bleep it because
Yeah.
then it'll be too like
I was
whatever.
there.
But you were no, you weren't.
You were not.
You for sure weren't there. We're moving
When it
on. But you weren't
happened.
there.
No.
They brought in a Midas in-ear rig, and the just something wasn't working.
Oh, their
Oh,
own.
the
Okay,
system
okay, okay,
software
okay.
reset in the midst of them like making edits and stuff.
Oh, like the scene? Like
the
it-
whole console
They hit reset
Oh, really?
console.
console
Yes.
reset on accident.
Mhm.
They should really just get rid of that button. Yeah,
And then it's like
You had to
yeah, it's
press
almost
a couple
like
buttons
it's almost
to
like
get there.
how come in every movie ever and every Phineas and Ferb there's just a
I know, it's
self-destruct
just like a
button
Phineas and
with
Ferb.
no security on it at all.
I was just thinking Phineas and
It's the
Ferb.
same thing.
The-
Phineas and Ferb,
yeah,
Doofus
oh,
Ferb always
man.
has some. Anyway, yeah,
That's
but
so funny that you
and
said
then
that.
all of a sudden you're just running cables. But like afterwards, even though I was very frustrated with how that went because it was just very poor planning. Nice. It like afterwards when it all starts working and you're watching the show, like the
It's like,
weight
wasn't
relief.
so bad.
It feels really. It's a good feeling. It's a good feeling.
It is a very
Yeah.
good feeling.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're watching the show. It's like, yeah, I did that.
So how did you get the job here at the theater? Because obviously there was someone had the job previous, and then I'm assuming it was posted, and you saw a posting about it.
My mom sent me the post.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, where? Like
All the
Indeed
way
or
in
something?
North Carolina, she saw it.
Yeah, she was looking
That's
for me. I moved up here in October 2 years ago, and I moved here just doing freelance, and that's what I did for like 8 months. And I was looking for a full-time gig and just doing freelance on the
Where were
side.
you working freelance?
I was
or
just doing
like whoever would call. Or
yeah.
stuff?
I
Okay.
was doing mixing. I did photography.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you
Yeah, I did a
photography.
little bit of any and all things. I still had clients from
Did you
back.
have like a part-time, like a normal part-time job?
No.
Or? That's nice.
No,
You just moved
yeah.
to
That's
Nashville and
cool.
started working.
I just did
Nice.
freelance.
Doing the
I still
thing.
had a decent amount of clients from Charlotte that would hit me up, and I'd still mix for them remotely. So I did that before my mom sent me this job. And when she sent me the job, it said assistant director of production facilities. So I thought it was like the assistant technical director.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know, we'll see. And I ended up applying for it, and it ended up being Mitch, the technical director before me. It was his last day when I did my interview with him.
Oh, wow.
And he was like, hey, so yeah, you'll pretty much take my job, and your title is technical director. And I was like, okay, awesome.
Yeah. So
I
I
was-
can see that conversation
I know.
happening.
I was very intrigued at that point,
Yeah.
and then it just ended up working out from there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Shout
But
out
it took about 8 months to find something full time for sure.
Mhm.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Which is that? I don't
Which
think
is
it's
good,
too
yeah.
bad though.
No, not at
Timing
all.
wise, yeah.
And freelance is a good option and fun. I wanted more consistency at that point.
Yeah.
Were you doing freelance stuff in North Carolina before you moved here also?
I was, yeah.
So like the freelance thing, I kind of want to talk about that a little bit because it's like it seems awesome, but I also feel like there's a lot of added stress you don't think about that comes with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what are those before I start getting myself into freelance
Taxes.
stuff?
That
is exactly the one thing
a big
I don't
one.
understand.
If you are not good at saving money,
you're screwed.
Then you're screwed. At the end of the year, you have 20 to 30% of everything that you made that you have to pay in full.
Yeah.
So taxes, that's the first thing that sucks. Yeah. Second thing that sucks is you have no benefits. So everything you have to buy is on your own. All your insurance, everything else is on your own.
After 26? Is that the age?
I've been off my parents' insurance since I was 18.
Whatever your parents do.
Whatever age your parents want you off their insurance.
The age you can no longer physically actually use it is 26.
26. Yeah.
Is it really 26? I thought it was 24.
No, they raised it to
2
26.
more years.
Yeah.
I will take that. I'm gonna milk it for all it's got. Anyway.
What do you think I'm doing?
I definitely think all of that, and then 401k, kind of like retirement plan. So you just have to make. If you do freelance, you have to make a decent amount of money with all those things in mind, like that you will be paying taxes, and you do still need to save for retirement. And
what about outside of money? Other things that come up as a freelance person that you've encountered? Yeah,
work is gonna come and go. Sometimes you're not gonna have consistent work. Sometimes 1 month you'll be making, $8,000, and the next month you'll be making $2,000, or less than that. Yeah. It really depends on your clientele and busy season and off season. Typically, January through March is pretty slow, especially in the music industry, even studio stuff, because people's albums are going to either be catered towards like winter, fall albums or summer albums. Sometimes you'll have spring, but then that stuff would have been done beforehand.
This is a February album.
Typically, it's not when music comes out, because all the award ceremonies are during that time. So you need your albums in before that if you want to be in consideration.
Yeah. I never thought of it that way.
Yeah. So there's like a timeline of when you're busy and when you're not. For me with photography as well, it was, weddings don't always happen in that time either. Yeah, so it was always some months were amazing, and some months it was just difficult to make ends meet. Yeah. And that can be stressful if you are relying on yourself. Yeah. And
I'm assuming that some of the clients that you had in Carolina when you got into the freelance stuff, you got from working at the studio when you used to work at the studio.
Yeah.
That I want to talk about the studio time a little bit, because you always say the name and I always forget his name, and because I don't know what his name right now to bring it up is.
Yeah.
Who?
The engineer.
He goes by Black Pearl.
Yeah.
Yeah. His name's Kevin.
Wow. Like Pirates of the Caribbean?
He hasn't heard
is that
before.
What you took from that?
Black Pearl? Yeah.
Nice.
What were you thinking?
I don't know. Just not that.
That's the first thing I thought of, was the Pirates of the Caribbean. Also, because we're showing it here.
We are.
Movie Gang.
Movie Gang.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. I guess it's on my mind. I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway.
Sorry.
But the studio experience of that place, what was that like?
It was fun. How I started that whole process. In college, I've worked way too many jobs. At one point, I was working 5 jobs at one time, and that was over the summers. I would typically do more of the jobs. But one summer I was doing 5 jobs, and one of them was studio manager for our studio at school. And we would do shout out Appalachian State.
Shout out.
And in the summertime when I was there, it would be a $300 a day rate, 24 hours, however long you needed. And I was responsible for scheduling the studio time, scheduling the engineers, working the sessions, all that kind of stuff. And Kevin would come up. He's in Charlotte. And so he would come up and do sessions over the summer. And there was a couple times that he had different sessions. And one time went great. And the next time, it's like the only time I've ever seen a producer yell at someone.
Oh, my.
Yell at someone and curse them out. And that was fun because the engineer who I scheduled didn't show up, and they had a session the night before. They already said what time to be there the following day, and he didn't show up at that. And I was working 5 jobs, so I was already at one of my other jobs, and I get a call at 8 in the morning, and hey, we're at the studio. no one's here to let us in. So I had to leave my other job, go over there. And then I pretty much had to like run the session and start the session until the guy got there at noon.
So it wasn't even like
he was
man.
late, and the producer pretty much just cussed him out and was like, you'll never have a job in this industry if this is how you're gonna treat it. Which valid, very valid. Your look that you just gave Massimo.
I'm gonna chop that out.
As you're saying all that in my head, I'm going Massimo.
I've never been 4 hours late. Calm down.
There's that.
Well, don't twist your head at me like that.
There was that one time it was 2.5, and I was very concerned you were just going to show up.
I'm chopping all this out. So.
Oh my god. Okay, so I'll keep going.
Anyways.
So after the end of that session, Kevin and I just always hit it off, and he pretty much was like, "Let me know when you're graduating." I was a sophomore at that point, and he would come up and do seminars at school, and he was always like, "Let me know when you're graduating. You can be studio manager. Let me know when," all that kind of stuff. And eventually, I was graduating, and I had an internship with a production company lined up, and it ended up falling through, and I needed an internship within like 3 weeks. So I called Kevin. I was like, "Hey, you still need anyone to help at your studio?"
Yeah.
And pretty much he agreed to sign off on the internship, and the internship was only 4 months long. And then after that, I just stuck around, and he let me be studio manager there. And I did that for 2.5, almost 3. I think it was like 2.5 years. It's when
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
It was pretty good. It was awesome.
What? This is going further back. What was your first taste or inclination that you wanted to be involved in the music industry at all, or specifically audio engineering?
Okay. So Leland, who you had,
Your friend.
my friend.
I've been waiting the whole time to say that. I've been waiting the whole time to bring him up.
you
To say
have.
The
that.
fact that was how it was introduced. Let's talk about that for a moment. Leland is my partner. I'm very
Yes.
much in love with this man.
Yeah.
Anyways.
And he's
I
here.
don't know why I
Just
didn't say that
kidding.
the last time.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It's fine. Anyways, so I played music ever since I was a kid. I was I started violin when I was 4, and then when I was 12, I started teaching myself guitar, and 14, I started teaching myself piano.
Okay.
And by the time I was 15, I joined a band.
Wow.
At that point, and we toured a decent amount, but Leland at that point went to App State and was in the recording program, and he needed a band to record for all of his projects, and we were the only band he knew. So he reached out to us and asked if we'd drive up to Boone for some sessions, and he recorded our EP projects and stuff like that. And that was the first time I was like, this is a career. Like you can go to school for this, or you can learn these kind of things without having to be in a studio setting, being a person getting coffee. Like I'm
You weren't with
actually
Leland
running
at this time, right?
I was not. So,
So you're also like, man, that's a fine man right there.
I've known him since I was about 10 years old, but I've had a crush on him since the sessions.
Wait,
yeah,
I gotta
absolutely.
ask, what kind of music did the band do?
Yeah.
Folk-
I was gonna
folk
say,
American-
What's the band name? Like,
I
wanna
will
hear
not
about
say
this.
the band name, but it was
Why not?
it was folk Americana music.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Why can't you see the band name?
Do you have it that you could show us? Do you have
Yeah.
it? Would you be willing to show us on
Yeah,
air?
hear that.
absolutely.
That's sweet. I
Folk
wanna hear it.
Americana.
Folk Americana.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
but I ended up learning that was a path you could take from doing the sessions with him. And he ended up, we had a show in Boone at Black Cat, and he got all of the women in the program to go to my show. So that way, when the show ended, they all came up to me and were like, "You have to go here. You have," like,
That's
they all
sweet.
tried to convince me.
That's awesome.
It's pretty cool. And I ended up doing the program. I graduated with the same thing. I just did the marketing, music marketing concentration as well on top of the recording.
Oh,
That's
okay.
sweet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, and App State, like every time
It's
you introduce
great.
us to your friends that are like industry people here,
You're
every
like,
single
"Yeah, I'm
one is
from
like,
App State."
"Oh yeah, I knew him in college. Oh yeah, friend from App State, App State, App State."
There's
it's like,
so
what
many
is going
people up
on?
here.
There's
I
just an
should've gone.
invasion.
I
There's an
li-
invasion of App State.
I visited Boone years ago. Great. It's I call it like it's basically downtown Franklin, but in the mountains.
Yeah.
It's like very
Better weather.
similar. Yeah. But I went there and I remember passing whatever road it was, and then up that steep hill is the university. And my dad was like, "Hey, it's the university." I was like, "Oh, okay." And then when I was applying to colleges, not that I went to 4-year college, when I was applying, I think I did apply to Boone. I think I got in. I just didn't want to move to
Wow.
Boone because I already lived here. And I was like, so I could have gone to college with you,
could have.
Shay.
Well, you're a
not
lot
at
younger
all.
than me, Massimo.
Not at all. You got that.
I
Massimo-
No, you would've
graduated
just graduated
college.
right when I got
Yeah, I
in.
graduated in
Okay,
2018.
I take that back.
Yeah.
I would have. Yeah, you would have left right when I was going to get in.
But I still would have heard about you.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I would have been just another one of those guys like, yeah, I'm from App State.
It's crazy the amount of people that you know that also just lived here or moved here and work in the industry that are all from App State.
I will say that is one awesome thing about that school is there's so many people who are like actually found jobs in the industry. They have a very good reputation in the industry from anyone who goes there. Scott Wynn is the best professor I have and could ever speak about.
Shout out Scott.
Scott out.
We should have him on the pod.
Shout
Come on the
out
show.
Scott.
Hey, Scott, we'll have you on.
Come on the show.
We
Zoom
might
in.
pay for your flight.
Or just zoom in.
He's amazing, and he was the tech director for the Aspen music festivals.
That's cool.
Oh.
In the summertime, he teach during the year and then do the Aspen in the summer. It's pretty
sweet.
cool. Largest classical music festival, I think, in America.
That is sweet. You know, have you seen those videos of people like either go to that or like every once in a while at a normal like rap festival, there will be an orchestra that's the first group at a stage, and it's all these like rap fans that are in the audience and they're moshing and they're going crazy and they're like crowd surfing to like orchestral music. And you watch the band, they've never experienced this before, and they're all like laughing while they're playing and they're like freaking out. It is awesome to watch. You should find it.
I haven't either.
It is so funny because they're playing like and then the audience are like losing their mind. They're like screaming, they're like throwing stuff. It's like a Travis Scott concert off stage, but on stage it's like Mozart.
Oh
it
my
is
gosh.
hilarious to watch because it's such a cool dichotomy, but it's also like as a musician that'd be kind of sweet. You're
That
up
would
there
be.
playing the bass drum, you got your hand just
The concert bass drum,
with your hand muting it or whatever, and then all these kids are moshing. That'd be so funny. That'd be so awesome.
That's all I ever wanted in high school was for them to mosh while I played the
When you do a sleigh ride at Christmas and you have the vibrant the slap part.
Yes.
Dude, I did it my senior year, and I really wanted to like. My band teacher wouldn't let me, but I really wanted to like.
No,
do it up and, like,
when I was in high school, I saw a video. Someone did that. They literally ran across the stage and went like over their head, jumped up during that song, Sleigh Ride.
All right, we did it last week. I'm doing it again. I'm going
Where are you going?
handheld.
Oh,
Shay, let's get into it. Outside of the theater,
Yes.
what are some dreams of yours, whether it's in the industry or not? You know, what are your dreams
My
of
dreams.
like just what are your goals?
what do you dream about?
What are the goals? What's the future for Shea McKissack?
That is a great question. I love what I do. I definitely see myself working in this industry for the rest of my life.
Wow.
I'm okay with that. Yeah. I don't care where that takes me. I think that is the one thing that I have learned and accepted is I typically never say no, even if it's something I necessarily haven't done. I know my capabilities of being able to learn, and I can typically learn very quickly. So that's why I've done audio, lighting, video, all the different industries and all the different type of jobs you can do within it. I probably have done it at some point. So I'm always looking for, opportunities just for things and whatever happens.
Yeah.
But I hope that it's always definitely in this field.
That's awesome.
Either that or my other passion is photography, of course. And my favorite type of photography is concert photography. So something where I'm still in the industry. I don't really care as long as I'm doing what I love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, more snaps, I think, for that.
Man, couldn't have said it any better myself.
Wow. We can end it right there.
Well, no.
We're not.
Do you want to? Are you gonna work and then retire someday, or do you want to work forever? What do you think? Have you ever thought about that? Because I kind of think about that.
I
Sometimes.
never think about that.
It's like, am I gonna just work forever, but just slow down my jobs or am I going to choose a day and an age to be like, I'm going to retire and stop working?
I think
this?
at that point, it depends on how much money you
I
have
was
in
gonna say,
retirement. If you have any,
plan now and be
right?
like, I'm going to retire when I'm 65. If you have no money at 65,
then you have to work.
You cannot
Then
do
have to
that.
keep working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, I eventually want a family. So I don't know how that's going to play out with everything, but I know that I will probably not want to work till I die.
Yeah.
And I am hoping that I will be smart with my money to where I don't have to. I love my father, but I don't know when he's going to be able to retire. And it's just, whenever you're older, it's hard working that hard. It is.
It's hard to work on that hard.
It is. My dad's a truck driver. So everything that he does is, I don't understand how he's still doing it.
Kind of always wanted to be a truck driver. Like
You've said
They
that
make
that's
a lot
part
of money.
me that has always wanted to do that.
They make a lot of money. It's a good
It's
option.
so much fun.
Do you think it'd be
Just listen
fun
to tunes
sitting
all
in a
day?
truck and driving?
Driving trucks like
I
that
guess
is so.
8
Have
hours
you
a
ever
day.
driven a semi? Have you ever driven
My dad
a semi?
keeps trying to make me drive his.
I want to see
I
that.
drove one down a straightaway, so just straight, not even turning. I have never felt a thrill like that in my life. It was so, like, when it comes to, like, driving stuff, more fun than a lawnmower, which I also love. More fun than a
Golf
car,
cart?
more fun than a bike, a four-wheeler.
Golf cart.
A lot more fun than a golf cart, although golf
They're
cart
just
is
very
number
dangerous,
separate
you know?
vibe.
Like, I don't
It
want to
is
be
dangerous.
responsible for that.
2. They seem like a lot of fun. I used to play a truck driver simulator in middle school on my computer in class.
That does
And
not
I do
surprise me.
I do the whole, but it was European, so you're driving the left side of the road, doing
No,
all that
no.
stuff. But oh my gosh, I used to do like deliveries for like hours long.
Fake,
would just do
fake
deliveries.
deliveries.
But you never
Hey.
went through with it. Why not?
Kevin needed his bacon. Okay, I had to deliver his pallet of bacon by 4 p.m. Okay, listen to
Did
me.
you just say Kevin Bacon because we talked about Kevin Bacon? earlier?
That was just what came to my head. That is crazy. That
Kevin
that's what
needs his
happened.
bacon.
Kevin Bacon.
Okay.
I also just realized with that show, you won't be able to be here for it.
Yeah,
But
we
will then-
established that
Are
already.
you working that show?
Yes.
She's gonna have to.
We'll be
We're
0
not here.
degrees separated
I work
from Kevin
almost
Bacon.
every show.
You know how there's a saying of like how many degrees of separation from Kevin Bacon? It'll be 0.
It'll be 0.
Yeah, I
For
stood next to
us.
it. I already knew.
You already have it 0
be
degrees.
8
That
degree
far
for
away from
you.
him.
See,
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
talking to Luke the other day in the lobby, and he brought that up. That it's like now we'll be 0 degrees separation from Kevin Bacon.
Isn't that wild?
It's like
Yeah,
let's.
but what's the
Dude,
what are the
Footloose?
odds? What are the odds that he's gonna remember your name?
I mean, he won't, but that's the thing.
Maybe yours for sure, but maybe
I mean,
not
it'd be
yours.
really cool. My thing though is that it's just that's like the whole thing is like how many degrees separation? 0.
How many degrees separation?
0. I don't know.
You sound like
What's a dream show you guys would want to come to the theater? Like a dream artist to come
Steve
to the
Perry.
theater? Other than Steve Perry.
I would give all of my money to that man for him for
All how much?
all of my money.
And that is. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just
Oh
kidding.
my God.
All of it.
Yeah.
I would pay him to come play
Would you
here.
want it? Let me ask you a question for that show. Would you want it to be a full band thing, or do you want a small,
I
intimate,
could care
acoustic
less.
thing?
I could really care
It could
less.
be just him, and
Even if it
he'd
was
be
the
He
worst
could
fine.
walk
mix?
up there with a
What
mic.
if it was the worst mix of all time?
I would say throw the microphone away. Just sing because that's all you need. Done.
Project.
Literally.
Sure.
And he could. I would. It would like if it was just him and a mic.
And some reverb.
Oh my
You know,
God.
he loves 5-second
He loves
reverb.
the big hall reverb. If you listen to any Journey record
Here he goes.
or Steve Perry record,
We have
Yet again,
both
the amount
heard
of verb
this.
on this man's voice is
Many
insane.
times.
It's
Yeah, it's literally like a 4-second reverb.
it's awesome. So Shay, what about you?
Dream show.
So I have dream shows that I would like, but unfortunately, I don't think would work for this venue, just because of our patrons that we cater to and the
Name him.
style.
Name him. Come on, name him.
If I could have a dream show here, I would like Justin Vernon of Boney Bear. I think he is an absolute genius of
think
everything
great
that
I
he
think
does.
you'd be surprised. I think that would sell out.
Acoustic Bon Iver show.
I think that would sell out.
He's the reason why I bought an OP1. I went and saw one of his shows in Asheville, I don't know, 6-7 years ago. And he had 6 OP1s chained together. And it was just the most
What?
Do you know what an
brilliant
OP1 is?
show.
No, I'm just acting shocked because I.
An OP1 is one of the coolest keyboards of all time.
Okay, I assumed it was something like that.
It's a little synth.
And he had 6 of them.
He had them all chained.
They aren't cheap
But
either.
why?
No, they're about
They're not
$1,200 bucks.
But why?
Because that's...
You will just have to listen to his album for it to make sense.
I think I think that would actually sell really well here. I'm not gonna lie.
He is like one of the at least creative geniuses that I've always been obsessed with.
I've heard a few things, and every time I'm like, oh, that's nice. I just haven't sat down and been like, all right,
Yeah.
let's mentally prepare for this new thing. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Okay. Anyone else?
Anyone else?
Lana Del Rey, come on. Elizabeth
That
Grant.
would be
Julian
crazy.
Baker.
Julian Baker, Phoebe Bridgers.
Phoebe Bridgers.
Come
I feel like
on.
Phoebe Bridgers would do a show here.
Noah Khan would be fun.
Noah Khan
Bro.
would be
I
amazing.
think it's him. Didn't he come in here and like all his stuff sold out already? Or am I thinking of someone else?
in October.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like gone.
It's
Like
Noah Khan.
okay. It's Noah Khan. It's Noah Khan, dude.
It would be a good show.
It'd be a really good show.
I wish I could go, but
I
I
know.
think all like the artists that I would want to see here, naturally in my head, my first instinct is that I would want like a smaller acoustic show. Even though I do love big shows here, I think if it's an artist I'd want to see, I like Dave Matthews. Even though I'd love the band and I love all those guys,
you couldn't fit Carter's set on the stage.
That
Carter's
part,
set
it would take
up the
half of
entire
the stage.
anyway.
Literally.
But I think I love acoustic shows here, like and like the songwriter series that we do, so good. Just because it's like I think those events shine, and I think it helps the theater shine here.
I think that's a really good niche that we have is getting the bigger A-list artists doing an intimate type set because it's
Yeah.
stuff you're not going to be able to see. Like that's what Tim McGraw was.
Yeah.
It was a singer-songwriter series.
Yeah.
That was a rental, but
Well, it's
Yeah.
just
But
a room
still-
that's made for it. You know?
Yeah.
It's like
Exactly.
it's the
it's a
perfect
very
thing.
good intimate feel.
Mm-hmm.
and I feel
That's
like
really good.
at least from the outside looking in, like some of my friends that don't live here in town, they always are like, man, you hear those moments of like, you know, Garth Brooks walking into Bluebird or random just like celebrities going
Yeah,
into places,
yeah.
but they don't like people don't know where to find that.
Yeah.
And I feel like this is one of those venues where it's like there's actually a calendar and you can see artists in small intimate settings like that vibe, but you can actually see it on a calendar. You know what I mean? I think
Yeah.
that's a cool aspect of this place. I don't know.
I agree. Franklin's a cool little town.
It is a cool little town.
Cool little town.
You'll never know who you'll see. Hey, Kate from Box Office saw what is it? Dave and Victoria Beckham yesterday walking the street.
Yeah,
What?
because Messi was here.
Oh
the other
yeah,
day.
Isn't that wild?
I literally had a friend of mine because I think Nashville FC posted something. Or no, I'm not saying they did.
Yeah.
I was saying like this post and share it and tag
I saw
someone
you share it.
and you'll be interested to get 2 free tickets. And I was like, yeah. And I saw my friend do it first, and I DM'd him. And I was like, can you believe the price of the tickets? And then he's like, I know, right? Next thing I know, he's at the thing. I'm like, you bought tickets?
Oh my gosh.
After you were just saying, and he got bring it up because he got a video of David Beckham walking out and everything, and Messi was
Wow.
walking out. He was like right below or right
Yeah.
above where everyone was walking
That was
out.
a great game too.
I was
That
like,
was a good game.
did you see all the highlights from the
no,
game?
I haven't watched it. Shut up. I
Fine.
haven't watched it yet.
Well, you know who won, right?
No.
We're gonna let you
Did
catch
we
up on
win?
that, Massimo.
Did we win?
Of course, we're not gonna win.
No, but can I tell you this? It was
Really?
it was in one of the best penalty shootouts I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, it went that far.
It was pretty good.
The goalies were kicking against each other. That's how far it went. Yeah, great.
I
game.
need to watch that then.
You
It was
do.
a good game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we all three of us are tech people. We do front house. We're on the. I just buried the mic in my face on accident there for a second. Consoles. Let's go consoles here before we get out of here.
Oh,
Consoles.
God.
Consoles.
What about them?
M32s, am I right?
Oh Lord. They get
What
the job
is-
done. They are good for what they are.
Barely.
What is the dream console for all of us? And I'm not talking. Doesn't have to be here. If you want
I
to,
don't know.
in an idea, say here, you could. But what is the dream console? And it doesn't even have to be built
For
be
live?
live.
Okay.
Just the dream console. The dream console. I'll start first. Mine.
This is
I've
why
already
you
used
brought
it
up.
before. It is. I want the Trident that is at the
You
Institute.
took mine.
Interesting.
When it works.
I want.
I was gonna
but
say, I'm pretty
specifically-
sure when I was over there.
Specifically,
Well, that was the Avid stuff.
Okay.
that was the Av stuff was being weird.
Yeah, we can
But
trash on Avid.
I like that one actually. I think a little bit more than the one that's at the big studio.
Oh, really?
It's a lot warmer.
Well, that was the
one
one that was over there, and then
yeah,
they bought that
moved
one.
it, Yeah,
Yeah, I remember they moved it.
I love the Trident, and I mean it has a lot of outputs on it. You technically could bring it in and do it. It'd be really weird, but you could do it.
Do a live thing.
Yeah, it'd be so weird. But
Run
you
a
could.
studio Trident console for a live show.
There are some people who like the analog consoles.
I would know
I'm welcome to the new age. The
It's a lot of
digital
extra
stuff
work.
is so much easier.
No,
You
it's
don't
like
have
the
to have
opposite.
all of your outboard gear.
It's the opposite of what we're doing right now. We're using a live front house console to to do the podcast.
Literally.
Basically,
That's true.
it's the opposite of what we're doing now. What do you think, Lasso? Dream console?
I literally. Thank you.
No, you.
Then why should okay?
Thought
I
it'd be
literally was
funny.
just thinking, I was like, because at Dark Horse we had an SSL and a Trident. I was like, I really actually liked the workflow. I think a little bit better on the SSL, but I think the Trident Breeze sound
The
better.
dual faders throw me off. I don't like.
I
the
like
dual
the dual
faders.
faders. I don't like. I
What
like.
SSL was it?
Huh?
What
G.
SSL?
It's a G.
Yeah.
Cool.
Because I kind of like both. I like learning on both. This might exist already, and I just don't know. But if I could get something set up ish like an SSL, but with the Trident Breeze, that's what I want. That's what I
Not
want.
a thing.
I know, but that's what I want because I like the SSL compressors and like
I do love the bus compressor.
yeah.
The best
C2.
one.
Even
Let's get a
like
C2 here in the Franklin Theater. Someone donate us money for a C2. There's one right now on Facebook for $800. It's been on there for months. Nobody's
We can
bought
do
it
that.
yet.
we can swing that.
Yeah, Massimo can buy it for us.
No,
That'd
no,
be
no,
great.
no, no.
Yeah.
We
You guys
as
heard it
in-
here first. Massimo's buying us a new C2.
Well,
You guys heard it.
we as in Shay. What about you?
Yeah, I was
What
just about to
would
say,
you
Shay, Dream Console.
Dream
Whether it's here
console.
at the Franklin Theater or not.
Well, we are currently looking to purchase a new console, so I've been doing research
Anyone got
on
a
new
Quantum?
ones. Yeah, I do love the new Quantum series.
Shout out Leland.
Shout
Did you
out
go-
Leland. But I have witnessed that one in action, so I know more of what that one is giving us. But I don't quite know. Another one that I'm considering is the new Yamaha DM series.
Okay.
But I haven't seen it in action yet, so
I
I need to do a
like
demo.
Yamahas.
I've heard. I
do
think I
Yamahas.
read a blurb about those that they have. That when they were making that, they redid like all their emulations of stuff. So they because like they bank all their like when they emulated 1176 in 2016. They just take that
Bank.
emulation, put it in stuff for the next couple of years. That they redid all of their emulations of stuff. So it's supposed to be new emulations, new IRs of stuff. So
Wow.
I've heard the reverb's supposed to be really good and the compressors are really nice on it. But like the
I hear
emulation.
it's gonna sound really awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
That'd be
with the quantums, it's just the quantum processing.
Yeah.
I love
They're
that.
quick, they're reliable. They're consistent.
Well, I
they're
view because
fast.
we had what was the old Yamaha console? The mono. What,
PM5D.
PM5. We had that, and then at my church we have a QL1, which is nothing.
Oh, do you want to
crazy.
get into your story?
Oh my!
You never got into your
gosh,
story.
Yeah.
It just reminded me.
This
Do you have
is
a not live console you want before we get into this?
Oh,
one?
yeah.
Not live console.
Like a studio console. Your
Oh
dream studio
goodness.
console?
Well, the only SSL I've been on is the Duality Delta. When I was in college, I helped
Okay.
install that one. It is pretty great. It sounds amazing. I would probably go with an SSL.
SSL.
Yeah.
I probably would.
Like and I like Trident. I like the pre's. It's not like I don't like the SSL pre's, but it's just something about I don't know. I like the clarity that's in them.
Yeah.
I like
Trident.
I like the warmth of the Tridents, but for me the
It's
SSLs
nice,
are.
yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of extra buttons that can confuse you if you're just not paying attention properly. You know what I
You're
mean?
just not that
the
good,
Trident
I
is
guess.
so straightforward and simple.
So how we fix that is pay attention.
I mean, yeah, but I just like how straightforward and just how the tail strip is very
Okay.
easy to look at on the Trident.
Yeah.
Your story, you want to end the show with your little story,
Yeah.
a little blurb.
This isn't. I'm not going to say names. I'm not going to say what it was. And it's just a blank stage. So I have to bring out the PAs, the monitors, the cables, everything. So it's a 7:00 show. I usually
The whole
get there.
Coot and Cabattle.
Huh?
The whole Coot and Cabattle.
Sure.
Sure.
You never heard that before?
No.
Must be a Midwest thing. Everyone that I know says that. Keep going.
Everyone
Hold
I,
on.
I
What does it mean?
Everyone
I know from our hometown.
Everyone I know says that. No, it's like the whole shebang. Like it's like saying
whole
like the
shebang.
whole thing. The whole
Why don't you
Coot-
just say
shebang.
the
that?
whole Coot and Cabattle.
Shebang is that's
Common.
Yes.
Yeah.
Coot and Cabattle. If you know Coot and Cabattle, put it in the group chat.
Never heard that
Or
one.
group
Put
chat.
it in the group chat. Guys, we have a group. We're actually starting a
put it in the
Discord.
comments.
Put it in the group chat.
Put it in
We
the
should- we should do
comments.
a Discord. What am I why'd you wrap this so many times?
Sorry. Anyway, this break for Massimo to unwind this cable is brought
There.
to you by no one because we don't
Pueblo
have any
Real
sponsors.
sponsor us.
Shout out Pueblo.
Tito's.
Tito's.
Yeah.
All
Tito's
the above.
fine restaurant.
$5 margaritas the other day, which we didn't go.
We
Whose fault was that?
we went. It was too packed. The line was too long. We didn't have enough time.
Yeah.
So it's Pueblo's fault because they're too good. Anyway, so I get there at 4 to start setting up because I usually call the band in at 6. I say, hey, get there at 6 because it's just a quick sound check and then they go. It's nothing crazy. So that gives me 2 hours. I get there a half hour early. I get there at 3:30 and they have an M32. They bought that new. We have Bose line array. It's just a skinny pole guy with a sub. I have 2 of those and 2 subs, and it is what it is. It's fine. And then I have 4 QSC monitors, and what I bring instead of the M32, because I never need 32 inputs because it's typically a duo, and they have a guitar and vocals and be done. I'm not lugging out a 32 channel mixer and I know you have your opinions about. Say something.
We have discussed this.
We have discussed this. I just think if you have a nice console like that, now
it's not my favorite.
It's nicer than what you're
using. But it's
using
in a road
Yes.
case, and I'm by myself getting it out of the thing, flipping it. It's like not
just
for
set it up so that you don't ever have to flip it, so that you can just wheel it out and it's right side up.
you. You need to see the space because it's not. It's stashed in like a little hallway. Anyway. So I have an XR18, which is what we're currently using to record. It's
stopped on us
Shout
once.
out Behringer.
It's this big, all right?
It stopped on us once.
Whatever. It's not a whatever.
I'm just giving you a hard time.
I
Keep
know
going,
you
keep going,
are.
keep going, keep going.
So I'm like, I'm going to use that because I'm not going to lug an M32 out for 4 inputs. Of course, this was a band, but I still calculated it out. It was like 12 inputs. I was like, easy, done. That's all I need. I get going. I got some stuff out there. I get the PA set up. I start connecting my XR18 to another router. I don't use the internal one because it kind of sucks. And it doesn't want to go. I'm like, okay, I've had this problem before. I can fix it. IP address. Let's get in there. I spend 15 minutes on it. Doesn't work. I'm like, okay, plan B is to use the M32, connect it to this router, but leave it in there because they bought a stage box, and I just run one cable out to the stage box.
This is a long
It's
story.
still on an iPad, which is fine. What did you say?
This is a long story.
You asked for
My
it.
story. Fine, I'll speed it up.
You can. You can
I'll
cut
speed it
that.
up. It didn't. That also didn't work. That out there.
Oh my god.
So then
The
I
M32 on the new Ethernet and stuff. You said the M32.
Yeah, with that router.
Yeah, with the
And
new
then
router.
As I was finishing up, trying to like the last few troubleshooting things on that the external router, it just stopped working.
Crash.
Router. Yeah. There's no power getting to it.
Nice.
I was like, good.
Classic.
Yeah, and it wasn't the outlet or anything because it was the same power source as the M32 was getting. Anyway, so then I'm like, okay, I'm now out of the iPad. I can use an iPad. So I rolled the back half of the case of the M32 out there with nothing on it, and then I carried the M32 outside, 50 feet out there.
Okay, so my question is, when you're setting this up, you leave the M32 inside, and then just run the cable to the stage box.
That was plan B.
Okay.
That was plan B, which didn't work. But now that that router isn't working, I have to just use the console.
Yes.
Yeah, that's plan C.
And that worked.
Yeah.
Just
I mean, there's
using
no
the
because
console.
there's no
It's just the iPad.
iPad. Yeah. It's just the whole
Yeah.
making it easier with an iPad.
So let me ask you, and
There's more.
There's more.
There's a lot more.
There's a
Not
lot more.
there's
More went wrong.
So
yes.
the band is starting, and this is like basically 6 o'clock by the time I'm finally getting the M32 physically out there and set
It
up.
starts when?
7.
Okay.
So the band's already starting to kind of file in. I talk with the guy, and he says, "Yeah, drummer's not going to be here till 7." Like, cool. So that's one thing I'm looking to check.
Great.
I kind of line check everything. There's an accordion player. We don't have zero time to make mixes.
DI.
No. I know it's great.
Nice.
It's really great. And not that they were a bad player. It was just like, okay, another open mic on stage. So we're getting going. I'm checking the keyboard. I was like, plug it in. Nothing. Why is it not turning on? Keyboard doesn't turn on. So my guy's like, okay, I'm going to run home, grab another keyboard. He comes back at 7 o'clock as well. So I kind of line check the bass. I line check the guitar. I line check a couple vocals. We don't get to make any mixes because 2 guys aren't there, drums and keys and vocals. I'm like, well, and I just shoot everything up a little bit. And then they're playing the first song. And the way the stage is set up, it's in the grass, and on the left-hand side is the sub laying down with the PA, the skinny tower on top of it, and it falls down during the first song. It's two pieces, right? So it's one skinny pull, off the back because the vibration of the sub.
Oh, wow.
Subs are a little hot.
I run them at the same level every time.
So why did that happen?
Because it just fell. Because the surface is uneven. Because it's in grass. That's why. The other side's on the walkway that's flat. So it never
throw
falls.
it back to you, Shay. Thoughts?
This
No
is not going
comment.
the way I thought.
Is that it? Or is there more still?
It sounded good about 3 songs in.
Okay. How many
I
songs
believe you.
was there
It was
total?
like an hour and change, maybe.
Okay. Nice.
So
So it was just like what I was talking about earlier. You just had to deal with the stuff. You had to deal with the stuff.
That's pretty much
That's the job.
80% of our job is
Yeah,
problem solving
yeah.
and fixing things.
yes.
I know. I feel
And
like,
then like the 20% of actually running and doing the position.
Yeah.
Shay, before we get out of here, and the timer turned off, so I don't know what time we're at right here on the podcast. Do you have anything you would like to say to the people that you want people to hear?
Yes. At the end of
About
every
anything. Doesn't have to be.
At the end of every guest episode, we're just like, dude, this is your platform to say whatever.
Yeah. You can plug stuff. You can also, if you just have a message or anything you want to say, now is your time. Fearless leader of the Franklin Theater. This is your moment.
Oh gosh.
Do you have anything to say to the people?
Spotlight, go.
For anyone, I know, like the pressure, my goodness. For anyone wanting to get into this industry, it is, you will hear it probably time and time again, and it's the people you know, and your reputation is how you get gigs, how you are as a person, how you treat people, how you interact with people. That is a majority of how people will recommend you and get you places. And this is a career field where the only way you will get anywhere is if you know someone. And I can tell you from every single point in my life, like the point of time in which I, felt my career going to the next step and who was essential in that. And I think that's probably the case for anyone in this. And that is my only thing that I can say, like, be a good person and it will all work out.
Yeah. I like that.
Hear ye, hear ye.
Hey ye.
Hey, ye.
Hey ye. Hey ye.
What's the thing from Princess Bride?
I've never seen Princess Bride. I don't know.
Put that on our list. Massimo, that goes on our list.
Okay, I have a list.
How
of
have
movies we
you
gotta
never
watch.
seen that movie?
It's a lot of movies I've never seen, actually.
Yeah, like My Cousin Vinny.
Never
Both of
seen
you.
it.
I haven't
Unbelievable.
seen
Never
that
seen
one.
Fight Club.
I haven't seen
Wow.
Fight Club either. I haven't seen Fight Club.
I've never seen any of the Mission Impossibles, but I think I'm not
What?
missing, I'm not
That
missing
one's
out on
fine.
much.
Yeah, but you gotta watch it.
Have
Just
you
to watch Tom Cruise run.
Shout out the Goonies.
Just to watch him run. Just run.
There's a whole like subculture.
Massimo likes to watch it in slow motion.
No, of like Tom Cruise run. Have you never seen? Because he
No.
runs like so straight.
I've never seen a compilation of Tom Cruise. Have you, Shay, ever
No.
seen a compilation
I
of
bet you like, at least $20 there is a compilation of him running online.
$20?
I'm not even kidding. It's like,
I'm sure there is.
look
yeah.
up Tom Cruise running compilation.
This is what Massimo watches in his free time.
He listens
No,
to
I
Journey.
don't.
He listens
This
to
is
Steve
why
Perry.
he's seen
He
these.
listens to Steve Perry while watching Tom Cruise run.
Hey, at least he does all his own stunts.
That is so funny.
And ladies
Hey.
and gentlemen, this is where we're gonna end it. for
I
today.
listen to metal while watching like football. So
Follow us on
I'm
TikTok,
sorry.
YouTube, Instagram, all the good
yeah.
stuff.
Shay,
Massimo
thank you
D
so much
Music.
for coming on.
Anytime.
Shay,
It's
you
a
have any
whirlwind.
socials you want to shout out really quick?
My Instagram, I guess, is Shea SHEA _ Malin MALYNNE.
Is that your middle name?
Malin? Yeah, Shea Malin. I
What's your
prefer
middle
to
name?
go by that than my last name.
My middle name? What's your middle
I
name?
know what it is. I just want you to
What's
say
your
it.
middle name?
My middle name is Buell. Buhl. It's my
This is
grandfather's
Raphael.
name.
Bueller.
It's my grandfather's name.
Bueller.
we got
It's
Massimo,
the road that I-
Raphael, Di
It's the road that I grew up on.
Yeah,
Great
my
name.
middle name is Raphael.
Hey, are you not proud of that? I'm proud of my middle name. Are you proud of your middle name?
Yeah,
Be proud of it.
I am.
Then say it with your chest.
My name.
Jesus.
Not with
Sorry,
volume.
preamps. I'm sorry.
Yep, I'm
Oh,
gonna
there
have
it
to
is.
gain that down. Anyway, Shay, thank you so much.
Thank
for
you so
coming on.
much
It's
for
kinda a
coming.
whirlwind.
Absolutely. Thanks for
And
Just
having
like
me.
us, who just kind of
We'll see you at work tomorrow.
yeah.
Literally.
Are you working today?
No,
No.
there's
I-
movie.
No,
we
there's
both
not.
have
No,
a
movie got
rehearsal.
canceled. Movie got canceled.
It did?
Whoa.
And
When?
Airtable says it's canceled.
Oh, I'm working the movie next Monday.
Whatever. You guys can listen to our. This is
Whatever.
behind baseball. This is behind the scenes. Yeah.
Behind baseball.
Yeah, thank you very much for listening. Second week in a row, I'm gonna add in on a country accent. Shay, thank you so much for coming on.
I'm so sorry.
We're hoping to have you on again, maybe for a special episode coming up. We'll see.
I'm so sorry.
We'll see. Thank you so much for coming on. Massimo, what do you got? You got anything else before we end?
No. Ciao.
Peace.
Bye.